Hello everyone, this is Verde and today I'm playing a little bit more of Rollofax. Anyway, since yesterday we got some new interesting stuff going on and first of all, building blocks. What are building blocks? Basically they are locations where building is prohibited for some time. For instance, now you cannot build on rocks anymore, and if you try to build it anyway, they will basically avoid your rock in a way that you will be able to avoid to basically build anywhere. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, what else? What else? Oh yeah, every point of interest is now pre-generated within the game. It is generated at the point that it starts the game. Why? Mostly because there are some points of interest that can be kinda weird if they generate after you are playing the game. For instance, there is this new big point of interest, which is the lake. The lake is a point of interest that may it's not a lake, it's more like a pond. It is something that may spawn within the swamp. That said lake is able. It is relatively big, but the main problem with this is that before this change, it will only generate when the cell which it resides on would get explored. So that could... Why is this upwards? I have to fix that because most of the time, yeah, sometimes they go up instead of going down. Weird. Anyway, see, this should be down here, not up there. Weird. Anyway, what else did I do? This is wrong. What else? What else? Oh, there's a swamp there. Perhaps I can find a lake. What else? Oh, you can no longer select something that you have, some tile that you haven't explored yet, because the game could not know if you could build there or not. So, since stuff is pre-generated, the game would know. That's a problem. Oh yeah, depth animations for these little creatures. It isn't the best depth animation yet, but it is something. Oh, I also reduced the sheer number of points of interest, the sheer amount of points of interest. The number remains the same. Basically, what do I mean by that? There is now a chance of a point of interest oh, this is actually new as well. When the balls spawn in the desert, they spawn as balls of sticks instead of balls of leaves. And now, yeah, the desert was quite revamped in terms of look. Now it has, the dunes are basically the same, but they are a little bit different. Not that much different, but they are a little bit different. The sticks are very much different. They are an actually new addition to the game. They are all the same stick, by the way. Don't don't judge me. I am literally one-man army here, so I have to do every texture in the game as well. Which is, I don't think weak link protection is worth it here. Mostly because emergency batteries is really strong and does stuff quite similar. In terms that it avoids structures being disconnected, taking disconnect dot. No points of interest yet. Yeah, one thing that I want to implement is that every point of interest there is something there, but not necessarily is good or useful, you know? Like, for instance, the lake is not actually that good or useful. It is just a region where you cannot build at. Why you cannot build in the lake? Well, mostly because the idea in logic wise is that the lake is kind of acid or something. I was actually wanting to implement something that creatures that are not native to the swamp take a dot within the lakes. But then I decided that the dot would be pretty much insignificant. It would be interesting, actually, coming to think of it. I will try to implement that later. Why? Mostly because... Oh yeah, I also reworked a bit how it looks, because how the cold region looks, now they look a little bit more like ice and less like snow. There has a reason, I can tell you that much, because basically it was really problematic to play in a biome that pure white is the most relevant color. Yeah, stuff like build, for instance, was not that great. Tune in for more Verdes singing lyricless songs. Okay, let me... I haven't found a single point of interest in this, and they are not that much rarer than they used to be. I'm just unlucky. That is what I call video luck. Wherever I'm recording, my luck basically goes against me, it seems. I never had a god run in video, I do think. Okay, no point of interest yet. I mean, let me try to look at this direction. I'm going to every direction because stuff closer to the center is more likely to have rocks, so if I expand in every direction evenly from the start, I can get a little bit more leverage in terms of rocks. Yes. Let's see, nothing here, nothing there, perhaps there. No. Oh, the new death animation for these guys is so interesting. Not this one. Poof, I love that. I had to basically take the derivative of the position of the wings and apply that as motion to the new wing-like particle that they create. And just take the derivative of the position, which is the velocity of the wings, and then boom, they are working. Okay, that is fantastic. No points of interest whatsoever. In literally no time, like literally 1 minute time from here, from now, a very big bad enemy will spawn and it will murder my stuff pretty much. So yeah, I'm a bit scared by that 10-minute mark because I couldn't find any point of interest, which is something. I really would like some. Oh, finally a point of interest, a golden rock. They were slightly buffed, the golden rocks. Many positive points of interest were actually buffed in an attempt to compensate for for the amount of good points of interest that were reduced. Okay, that's fantastic. Got vortex and telescopes. I'll get telescopes here because, yeah, it just revealed 2 more points of interest. Telescope is fantastic. It is fantastic. And I got vortex, which is a very good tool in order to fight off these massive amount of creatures that sometimes spawn. And that was the 10-minute wave? Oh, fantastic. Give me this. Give me all this. Tesla here, and yeah, bait. Bait were slightly nerfed because bait were OP. Straight up that. Please tell. Okay, bigger explosives. I need more slow cryo attack, if possible. If the game would allow me to have cryo attack. So you see there was a point here, a point here, a point here-ish. So there should be one here. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, I just lost kind of half of my first tier point, which is a little bit sad. But anyway, I'm trying to explore this desert because of desert gems. They got buffed as well. Got inductance. What is happening over there? Stuff is being damaged. Since I don't have King of the Hill, there is no benefit from building far apart. Yeah, the desert looks a little bit nicer now. It's a little bit more alive. Not alive, but deserty. Die. Why didn't you die? I really need more cryo attack since I have... Oh, nice. There's a swamp there. That golden rock and that bait really saved me, but my barriers are really not that strong. That's why I'm not taking this Tesla. I do not have a strong barrier built in order to benefit from this. And the implementation costs would be too heavy. I see you. Oh, game. That is not okay. What made you think that this was okay, video game? What brought you to the conclusion that that was okay? Now, I could sell some stuff, like... Oh, that bug is still in the game, isn't it? And I would have fixed if it wasn't for those days without electricity. But anyway, you can see these guys spawned in the desert, these guys didn't. Something funny, sometimes they may start spawning in a biome, then the spawning focus would transition to another biome, and that other and they will be basically changed within them. Like for instance, you can half of a pack could spawn in in the desert, and the other half of the pack would spawn in the plains, for instance, and become a ball of leaves instead of a ball of sticks. That is perfectly fine. They are the only creatures in the game, these balls, that are not like black and white. You actually, this has a very small green tint to them, or head. Don't know if they still do. And I don't like this. I don't think I will last that long. That's mostly because I had no clue whatever I did find or I did not find another point of interest. And that will change, surely. That will change because I'm now in a effort to implement most points of interest. I don't have the concept for every one of them, no. Why would I do such a thing? But basically I think about them, I wonder, oh, would this add something to the game? Would this be beneficial to the game? And if I do think the answer is true, so I implement it and put in some random biome that I like or that I don't like. Now, oh yeah, let me explore a little bit of the cold regions so you can see what they look like now. Yeah, they do not look like golf ball anymore when you are approaching them, which is something. I don't think I am gonna last that longer, but I will certainly try to last at least 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll really need some more interesting points of interest, you know? Like, I had an idea for a point of interest that it is only visual, or perhaps it is not only visual, but it is mostly visual, mostly only visual, which is a point of interest that is basically a circle of leaves or something. Or yeah, basically. And why is that mostly only mostly visual? Well, we're gonna find it out. A circle of rocks, perhaps. Yes. Yeah, a rock formation that is a little circle, yes. That is something. I'll probably last for 20 minutes, but not that longer. Oh yeah, and the pathfinding algorithm that the game uses in order to determine which route will build in is pretty strong actually. It's pretty fantastic. It uses the nearest building as an heuristic. Like it first gets the closest building it can find, and then once it determines the closest building, it is not the objective, but it is an heuristic. What does that mean? If the pathfinding algorithm ends up finding another building that is closest to it, it will take the other path, of course. But the heuristic is there to basically reduce the costs of operations. And it uses the closest building as a heuristic because I have the previous function in order to calculate. Yeah, I don't think I'm lasting that longer, but that much longer I couldn't even get to see a boss here. Yeah, we need more bosses into the game, for sure. I was thinking about some hermit crab that has as its shell an enormous wasp house, and then every time it would get damaged it would spawn some wasps. That would be pretty metal. Yes. Oh, I see. I'm getting murdered here. That is a nice boss, I do think. Or, I don't know, if every time it gets attacked it spawns wasps, that would actually hurt attack speed builds. So perhaps it has a timer, and once it gets hit and once it releases a wasp army. And it basically runs around your base. It doesn't attack your base literally in a very direct sense, but they walk in a kind of a perimeter of your base, spawning wasps and wreaking havoc. That would be a cool boss, yes. So anyway, that was it, guys. Oh, that's 70. This basically proves that there is no memory leaks in between games. But anyway, I hope I see you guys tomorrow. And well, that was it. Oh, the new animations,